mate. Although I've discussed g'day and mate elsewhere, I thought that I'd talk to you specifically about how Aussies greet and say goodbye to each other. Can't get too much of a good thing, mate, especially Aussie English. Anyway, mate, as you should know by now, the classic Aussie greeting is "G'day, mate," as you can see here.
Ah, g'day, mate. Good to see you. Oh, did you bring some grog with you? I could strangle a barmaid and suck her fingers till they bled, I'm so dry.
And of course, "G'day, mate" can be used at any time between males. Although rarely between females, mate, or between a male and a female. You get it out bush, but not so much in the big cities. Of course, the natural extension to "G'day, mate" is "G'day, mate, how's it going?" And the response to this is "Good, thanks, mate." Alternatively, mate, you could say "G'day, mate, how you going?" In which case the response could be "Good, thanks, mate, how are you?" Note that "ya" is used in the question there, mate, and "you" is in the response. But of course, mate, that's not the only way Aussies can say g'day to each other. Young women in particular seem to have picked up the American "hey" from TV shows, I reckon. Men can also use this when addressing women. However, this shouldn't be confused with "ay," which I reckon's used because men are too lazy to say g'day, so they just say "ay." Very lazy Australians. Hi can also be used, of course, although "hi mate" isn't as common as "g'day mate." It's a little bit less enthusiastic and a little bit more personal. You'd say "g'day mate" at the servo, but you wouldn't say "hi mate" at the servo. Really reserved for mates, "hi mate." Anyway, mate, the greeting between mates can sometimes be as simple as "mate." You wouldn't say that to a stranger, mate. Or it could even be a question such as "how you going, mate, alright?" You might even slip some abuse into your greetings. Good old Aussie abuse, especially if you're really pleased to see an old friend. For example, mate, you might say, "How's it going, you old bastard?" Or "You've had a haircut, you old bastard." Of course, mate, offence is unlikely to be intended when rougher than usual language is used by an Australian. It might be, of course, but foreigners have long been confused, shocked and horrified by the use of rough language by Aussies. In World War II, pamphlets were given out by the American Army to their troops, warning them not to take offence at the words used by Australians when on rec leave in Australia. Not much has changed since then, mate, except that a lot of the words we use commonly, such as bugger and bastard, are not as offensive as they were back then. In those days, mate, we caused quite a stir. Now we just sound a bit rough around the edges. And as for how we say goodbye, mate, well, as you might expect, we use the standard bye and bye. Goodbye's used occasionally, although it is quite formal. See ya is also very popular. And of course, each of these goodbyes can be laced with the word mate. Again, whether or not you're actually talking to a mate. For example, you might say, "See ya, mate," or "Rightio then, mate, bye," or even "Bye, mate." Goodbye, mate sounds really formal, although it may be used, for example, if a mate's died. "Goodbye, mate. I'm going to miss you." Other expressions are of course used by older Australians. People born in the 40s and 50s, called oldies by their children, use "hooroo" all the time. Hooroo! The parents of those born in the 40s and 50s use "ta-da" to say goodbye to each other. Ta-da! You generally won't hear younger people using these expressions, mate, unless they're taking the piss. No wuckers, Jules. Hooroo.
Yeah, mate. Now rack off, hairy legs, and I'll see you at the barbie.
Oh, that's just bloody it then. I've wasted another bloody arvo with a fair dinkum bludging mate and a fair dinkum snaky Sheila. So stuff you two. I'm off like a bride's nightie.
Rightio then, Brucey. See you later, mate.
Yeah, Bruce. Thanks for the tucker and the grog.
Rightio then, mate. I guess that's a big hooroo, ta-da, and see you from me, because I'm off to wet the whistle.